Well, Chelsea have made one change at half-time. Manu Petit is on. And he'll come straight into midfield, where Chelsea was so dominant in the first period. MSK Zilina couldn't really get a grip of it. There's Petit, who of course had plenty of Champions League experience in his days at Arsenal, and indeed at Barcelona. It's going to be Chelsea then to get us away. If you've just come in, attacking the goal away to our right in the second half, leading by Glenn Johnson's 32nd minute header. Frank Lampard is the man who's gone off for Chelsea, so it is a straight swap. No point in tiring Lampard out with Blackburn due here in 4 days' time. So it remains Hasselbank and Gudjonsson leading the line for the Blues as we are underway for the second period. Remember, 3-0 Chelsea's aggregate lead, and the other thing to say is, of course, there's no way now that we could have any extra time tonight. 2-0 Zilina would have been the only score that could have produced that. So the simple facts are that Zilina have to score 3. It's very improbable, and even that is assuming Chelsea don't score again themselves. Here's Gronkia. Look at Johnson herring down the line straight away. The bant across the cover. Gronkia did that really well, and so did Johnson, and unfortunately couldn't wrap his foot around the cross. It's a pity. So he did really well to get into that position. Plays with the freedom, with the impetuosity of youth almost at times. Amazing to think he came here with just a handful of games for West Ham under his belt. 14 games. Well, he's taking his time, Risotto, about taking this goal kick. Just about an ideal night for football. There's not much wind. It's ideal temperature. Here's Barczyk, stopped by Johnson. Now Durica made himself a yard. Fabiado's header away. Gronkia. Hasselbank. 3 for company there. And what's the referee given here? And a free kick to the Slovak champions. Well, at least Jimmy's laughing about it. Here's Labanc. Barczyk. They don't seem in any hurry at all, do they, MSK Zilina? I think what I said earlier is on the mark, that they are almost after respectability. Nothing that 2 or 3 Chelsea goals in the second half wouldn't alter. Number 11 is Bašić. And he got the winner against Maccabi Tel Aviv after coming off the bench, and he's retained his place in the side ever since. Well, a deflection on that, and it wasn't too far past the far post. It's about the best chance that Zilina have had. It just came off Desai, did it? So a corner kick to Zilina after Basic's decent effort. Got a touch off the Chelsea captain. And he takes the corner, and it's over the top of Kudicini's crossbar. So Miski, man who came forward. Big number 20. Just lost Terry for a second, although Terry had got back to make things difficult for him. Faxiniski was the man who got the goal against Maccabi in the away leg. Desai's clearance. Petit. Now Johnson. Nicely forward by Jeremy, and you could see Hasselback thinking of the nutmeg, and he nearly pulled it off. Not been Varadin's night so far, or his coaches. Johnson. This is Babayaro. Petit. And now Desai. Johnson. He's got on a couple of runs tonight, Marcel Desai. And he's still got it. And he's found Babayaro. Challenged by Cosmel. Cole. No free kick. He looked daggers at the referee for a moment. The Greek official gave nothing. Cole's won it back, he's won the throw. Petit, now Babayaro, Petit again. Jeremy. Johnson outside him. Good Johnson. Gronkia. Cole. Perfectly played pass out for Gronkia. Now Johnson, a little bit short for him. And it's going to be a corner kick for Chelsea nonetheless. And yet again, the teenager showing his willingness to get forward at every possible opportunity. Cosmel back to guard the near post. It'll be Manu Petit to take. Goalkeeper came, and won't count. Whistle had long got before Jeremy put it in. Foul on the goalkeeper, Risotto. Just hung it up towards the back stick there, Petit. And it was Johnson going in with the goalkeeper before Jeremy knocked it into the empty net. Jeremy again. Good Johnson. Kept in well, that by Gronkia. Petit. Petit again. Now Cole. Long from Manu Petit, knocked away by Zababnik. Only as far as Jeremy. Petit has got it back to Joe Cole again, who's trying to sneak it through to Hasselbank. Might still come for him. A frustrating night so far for Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Gronkia. He's got four in the middle. If he can get it there. Jeremy. Gronkia again. Spinner's kept the ball in play, and it's just about gone over the line. Chelsea had packed the box for a moment there. They can all stay forward for the corner. Manu Petit's left foot to deliver again. Still into the previous corner, this time no foul on Risotto, took the ball cleanly. On by Lebant, read by Babiyara. Terry. Babiyara again, through to Cole. Terrific skill from Joe Cole. Took on about 3 of them there. Now it's Barczyk though. He tracked back with him and won the ball cleanly. Barczyk has got past him though. Good battle between those two. And then Konechny rather dwelt on it and allowed Cole to get a challenge in. Mazik. Back from Stas. Number 8 is Zabovnik. Lebant. Well, Chelsea won't mind Zilina knocking it about in this area. Not threatening the Blues at all, and they haven't really all evening. Barczyk, foot in from Manu Petit. Zilina ball. Might well consider making 1 or 2 more changes. Claudio Ranieri's got the likes of Duff and Stanic, Melchiot, Robert Huth and Mikel Foncel available, as well as Ambrosio, the reserve goalkeeper. Durica, offside. Richard Baradin couldn't beat the flag. And there's Stanic and Robert Huth as well. Petit looking towards Hasselbank. He's done well to retrieve it. And on a throw as well. That's good running by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Not prepared to give it up. Cole. Clever. Easy cushioned header though from Zabavnik. On by Barczyk. This is Cosmel. A free kick, despite Joe Cole protesting his innocence. Clearly caught the man. Lebant. Looking long for a change. Decent ball as well for Durica. Johnson was struggling for a second to get goal sign of him, but partly because he was being fouled. Babiyara. Vassaras. Johnson. Hit long down the line for Gronkia. Just needs a bit of trickery to get him out of a hole here. Got a throw. Gronkia again. Petit. In towards Hasselbank. There's one in the air there by Stas. Well, that's nice from Gronkia. Johnson. Towards Hasselbank again. And away by Siniski. Cosmel. Siniski. Inside from Baradin, trying to get Bazic going. And they just can't keep possession in an area to trouble Chelsea. Gronkia's put that out because Chelsea have a man down, Desai, although he's at least able to limp away now. Here's how it happened. It was Cosmel who was a little late with the challenge on the Chelsea skipper. Well, the crowd enjoyed seeing Cudicini take the throw. It's about all he's done tonight, in truth. Petit. Johnson. Robert Huth is warming up, suggesting that he might be on sooner rather than later. There's a bit of activity on the Chelsea bench. Johnson's throw in towards Hasselbank, who left it, and all the way across to Labant, who cleared it. Should be a Chelsea ball. Terry. Babayaro. Poor ball from Babayaro, intercepted by Siniski. Turned on by Baradin. Labant. Up goes Babayaro ahead of Barczyk, on by Manu Petit. Terry. Now Johnson. Good Johnson. Able to turn away from trouble, and that's a super ball through for Jeremy. Good Johnson has it back again. Still good Johnson! Off the inside of the post, and then Hasselbank couldn't force in the rebound. What a pity. It would have been a wonderful goal from Good Johnson. It was all his own work. How unlucky is that, off the inside of the post and out again. It was he who'd set Jeremy up in the first place, between two defenders. There's no justice. He scored the opener in Slovakia, of course. It was his first competitive goal for Chelsea in 6 months. Gronkia. It's just livened the crowd up. Well, now we are going to see Robert Huth in place of the Chelsea captain Marcel Desailly, coming off to a very loud ovation. Not full tonight, Stamford Bridge, but At least it has allowed some of those who don't usually have tickets to come along and watch. There is Robert Huth. He recently celebrated his birthday. He was 19 a few days ago. Born in Berlin. Did well to get himself out of a hole there, Jurika. Stas making life hard for himself. Up goes Babayaro with the header. Now Cole. Just about kept it in. Good Jonsson. Couldn't beat his marker that time, but it's been given away again by Zilina. Babayaro. Terry. He's gone for the return ball, John Terry as well. A strong sortie forward from the Chelsea centre-half. He's got the captain's armband on now, of course, with Desai having gone off. Gronkia. Oh, between two defenders and then cynically pulled down. I know he's been booked here, Stas. And that's a very lenient bit of refereeing. If he hadn't have already been carded, I'm sure it would have been a yellow. Pulled him back when he was past his man. He's a lucky boy, Vladimir Stas. It's only a free kick for Chelsea. Which Manu Petit is going to take and whip him with pace. Good try. Flying punch away by Bizotto. I think he knew what was coming then. Got some depth, got some pace. Keeper able to watch it all the way there. Petit again then with the corner. It's in! What an impact! Robert Huth somehow squeezed the header inside the far post and beyond the dive of Risotto. And it's 2-0 Chelsea and 4-0 overall. Well, the goalkeeper this time decided not to come for it. Shouldn't really have been beaten on his post like that, but give credit for Huth for the accuracy of the header. Simple as that. It is 2-0. Petit's delivery was perfect. And it's Robert Huth's first senior goal. Huth allowing Cudicini to come. Terry. Now Johnson. He's got a glimpse of Mario Stanic. He might be with us shortly. We are past the midway point of the second period. Barczyk. Trying to go around the long way. Johnson not quite able to keep it in. Well, we are going to see Mario Stanic on in place of Jesper Gronkia. So the Croatian comes on for the Dane. Chelsea now having used all three of their permitted substitutes. Jurika's cross. Only a goal kick. They wanted a corner, I think, Zilina. Certainly Baradin did. Petit. Cole. This is Bazic. Eureka. So 2 headers from 2 defenders, giving Chelsea their advantage on the night and doubled their advantage overall. And the other point that Claudio Ranieri will be concerned about, now that the result is beyond any doubt, is that no one picks up any knocks, with a game against Blackburn to come and then Tottenham. And of course the first game in the group stage of this competition is only 3 weeks away. Jeremy, if you all remember, is on Thursday. And there aren't too many teams, I would venture to suggest, who will particularly want Chelsea in their group. Babayaro, nice touch, on by Huth. Babayaro again. Shame, Stanic had made an intelligent run. This is Siniski. Well, we're going to see a change for Zilina. Number 23, Martin Fabus, is coming on. I think that was Varadin who went off. Fabus is a striker, 26 years of age. Babayaro. Good Johnson. He's just danced into the box, and there were 4 defenders there to try and stop him. No way that Barczyk was going to get through there. Huth. Doesn't play like a 19-year-old, does he? Cole. Johnson wanted to let that run. Eureka. Now Barczyk couldn't go forward, had to go back, and that's been the story all night for the Slovak champions, who have been totally outclassed for the second time in a fortnight by Chelsea. In goes Stanic. Labant. Sorted out well by Sabavnik. Babayaro has got the throw though on the far side. Petit. Terry. Johnson. Manu Petit again. Slide rule for Hasselbank. Free kick for Chelsea. He's very sparing with his cards tonight. Kyros Vassaras, the referee. Just one player booked, that was Vladimir Stas in the first half. Siniski got away without a caution there. Let's hope he can run that off, because he can't go off now. Well, I suppose he could. Chelsea could finish with 10. It wouldn't make too much difference. Here's Cole. Hasselbank. Didn't look much wrong with that. It's right behind it, Risotto, and it was on target. He's got it out from under his feet and swung that right foot, and a slight deflection, actually. Goalkeeper just had to check for a second. Go back the other way. Johnson. Cole's dummy, unfortunately for him, didn't fall anyone. Forward by Siniski. Last quarter of an hour then of this third qualifying round Champions League tie. Barczyk seeking a consolation, but they're not going to get it here. John Terry was the covering defender. And they've been able to control the pace of the game, the flow of the game, right from the first whistle. There's no offside here against Hasselbank. Gudjonsson is screaming for it. It's behind him. It was cut out in any case by Lebanc. Johnson. It was a long time ago now since he scored. Hasselbank. Neatly done. Stanic ran into trouble. Caballero is back up. He's lost out to Siniski. Free kick to the visiting team. Barczyk. Wide here is number 12, that's Stas. Another Zilina throw. We're getting on for 170 minutes that Zilina have failed to score against Chelsea, and indeed not really looked like scoring. There was one chance in the first leg for Baradin. Not much here tonight for them. Barczyk's ball forward, too much pace. Cudicini with all the time in the world. Should have brought a book with him tonight, Cudicini. Here's Cole. Jeremy. Gudjonsson. Back with Jeremy again. This is Hasselbank on the chest, and that is 3-0. Really well taken by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Well, he deserves a goal for the effort he's put in. And he's obviously been practicing a soft shoe shuffle as well. The key to this was the way he took it on the chest. It was a neat build-up. It was the first touch that was so good there. Got it down where he wanted it, so he could run on and bury it first time. Jeremy's ball and Hasselbank's goal. And the scoreline now has a look that much more accurately reflects the dominance Chelsea have enjoyed over the two legs against MSK Zilina, who frankly have just been here to make up the numbers tonight. Stanic rather missed his kick there. It's laid off by the substitute Fabus. And now Saniski. Touch was from Jurika. The band. Barchi. Towards Fabus again. Ball's out of play. Well, the outcome of the tie has long since been a foregone conclusion. It's a question of whether Chelsea might be able to ice the cake with the fourth goal on the night. Before the whistle, they lead by 3 and by 5 overall, and that's broken up well by Johnson. And Gudjonsson is onside. He might well ice the cake. Good goalkeeping by Risotto. He's out very quickly there to close his man down, and Hasselbank has been obstructed. Well, it's all happening in the last few minutes. Johnson with a peach of a pass here for Gudjonsson. And by the skin of his teeth, the goalkeeper got there first. It may be just a stay of execution though, if Chelsea can produce something from the free kick. Hasselbank, you'd think, might be favourite. Huth is there as well, and Babayaro. Oh, what a strike! And the rebound somehow hasn't gone in. And Zilina have survived. It was Robert Huth who gave it an almighty belt. The replay will be interesting because it seemed to crash against the underside of the bar. But the linesman has kept his flag down, it's definitely not been given. In the meantime, here's Barczyk. Crowd still buzzing after that. Jeremy. Now Cole. All the time in the world to look up and measure across. Well, they're all getting in on the act now. Stanic with the header too high. Now just watch this. Absolutely fierce with the right foot. Well, that's a goal. That should have been a goal. Clearly over the line. And how on earth the assistant official has missed that, Lord alone knows. Well, he came on as a second half substitute. He scored already. And really, he's got 2, although I won't say that in the newspaper tomorrow. Second substitution for Zilina. Jurika has come off. Pavel Putic, number 25, has come on. It's a midfield player. He's got another 7 minutes to make an impact. Well, how unfortunate for Robert Huth that an aberration by an assistant official should deny him a goal like that. It's a wonderful free kick. I thought that Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank packs a punch, but I have to say I can't ever recall Jimmy hitting one harder than that. I suppose the only possible excuse for the official was that it happened so fast. If you can't be sure, you have to give the benefit to the defending team. Babayaro. Stanic will no doubt enjoy being involved tonight. Gudjonsson. Babayaro. Cleared away by Lubant. Barczyk. So 5 minutes of the 90 remaining at Stamford Bridge. It's been all Chelsea tonight. 3-0 they lead here, and 5-0 in the tie overall. I guess it's been a learning experience of sorts for the Slovak team. Stanic was doing the chasing. Not prepared just to coast for the last few minutes. Jeremy. Cole. Hasselbank. Centre ball for Gudjonsson. Just loves to run at defenders. Still got it. Support from Johnson behind him. Cole. Didn't reach Stanic. Jeremy. Now Petit. Cole. Petit again. Oh, Johnson was nearly in there. Instead, it's the substitute Putic, but they can't hang on to the ball at the moment, Zilina. Now they might. It's Bazic. It's an intelligent ball. That one wasn't, though, from Cosmel. Cole. Towards Gudjonsson. He couldn't use his hands there, Risotto. I think Stanic was attempting the first-time volley. Had visions of it nestling in the top corner. Not quite. Hasselbank. Here's Babayara. Putic. Stas. Trying to take on Johnson, there was just no way. The crowd are enjoying themselves every time Robert Huth gets the ball. Petit. Jeremy. Cole. A little bit of keep ball here from Chelsea. Petit again. Stanic. It is going to be absolutely fascinating to see how Chelsea get on against the European superpowers. Might get anyone in their group, of course, apart from the other English teams. Likes of Real Madrid and Milan waiting there. Bayern Munich. Free kick's been given to Zilina. It's number 20, Siniski, who's gone down. And for just about the first time tonight, we might actually see a physio on the pitch. As Joe Cole left his foot in. The referee has told the sponge man to go back to the dugout. They want to get number 14, Marion Clargo, on. He's the oldest man actually in the Zilina party at 32. Zabavnik. Oh, we didn't see only Petit coming. Here's Gudjonsson. Petit again. Another chance to cross. Keeper's got it, albeit with a bit of a juggle. So we are now playing time added on. Now, who are they going to take off? Not that it matters a great deal, although Fargo will want to touch when he comes on, if they can get him on. Looks like Cosmo is coming off. Usually, there's a substitute himself. Only in the side tonight because Strober's injured. Confirmation it is Daniel Cosmel who's made way. Two minutes of stoppage time, and we've played the best part of a minute and a half of it. Jeremy. Has been a thoroughly professional Chelsea performance tonight. Not overly spectacular maybe, but the mission has been accomplished, and that's the main thing. Here's Terry. Gudjonsson. Easy that time for Risotto. Well, that was the easy bit. Now comes the hard part. Johnson putting Chelsea ahead on the night. Robert Huth with a header. He had another perfectly good goal not given from a fabulous free kick, and Hasselbank added a third. The qualifying round is now out of the way. Bring on Europe's best. Final score on the night, Chelsea 3, Zilina 0. The Blues go through by 5-0 on aggregate.
Claudio, first of all, the game, and in the first half, on the bench, you looked sometimes angry.
No, sometimes. All the first half, because I wanted a little more, because I knew it was difficult, the match, because Zilina comes here, just doesn't consider goal, not to play football. All 11 players in the day half, this is not football. And then I wanted my player try to play football a little more fast, because it was important for us to move the ball quickly, because they were very good organized, and we need to score a goal to enjoy the fans.
How hard was it for Celestine Babayaro, and in the second half for Emmanuel Petit, playing their first games of the season, to come out and do that?
No, it was good. Both played very, very well. I'm happy about Baba, and also about Emmanuel Petit. Is the first match, and played very well.
Glenn Johnson and Robert Huth both got their first goals.
Yeah, 19 years old. Fantastic goals, both. And there was also another goal in free kicks. And the bench, I was sure, because touched the crossbar, and my opinion was in diagonal inside. I go, but it's okay. He's a good defender. I can grow up very well.
You have spent some more money today, but John Terry finished the game with the captain's armband next to Robert Huth, both out of the youth team. How important still is the youth team and developing young players to Claudio Ranieri?
Yeah, you know, I like to. I think I am like a father. I like to see these young players grow up and ride at the top of the world. I like this, and I help them to arrive.
Then we announced the signing of Hernan Crespo. Talk to us about Hernan Crespo.
Yeah, look, he's a fantastic striker. He's a fight every time about every ball. He's good in the air. He's scored a lot of goals, and then I think he's a very good player.
Can all your forwards play with all your other forwards, or do you see different partnerships developing?
No, look, now in this moment I have 5 forwards. Everybody are fantastic, and then I can pick the first 2, and now after the middle of September we'll play every 3 days a match, and I need a fresh people who can fight in every match.
It tends to be the case that forwards are rotated more than other players. Is that because more is asked of them?
Look, because I think it was right to give the opportunity to everybody to show something good for Chelsea.
We are in the Champions League.
Yeah.
How much are you looking forward to that?
Now, look, for me, for everybody, it was very important to achieve this target. No, we fight a lot last season, all our sacrifice, and now we are happy. We are happy. Tonight played the 7 players the last season, and everybody want to achieve that result. Now we can look forward with a lot of confidence. We know there are a lot of the best of Europe, but okay, we go face to face without scared and go and try to win always.
Let me just finish by throwing 6 names at you. We have to draw one of the 6 top-seeded clubs in Europe, who are Real Madrid, Juventus, Milan, Lazio, Deportivo La Coruña, and Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Which one do you fancy?
No, it's the same. I want to win, and then for me it's not important the name. I want to fight against not the name, the team. Every team for me is okay.
Hernan Crespo, welcome to Chelsea.
Thank you.
You have just received a wonderful welcome from the fans.
Sì, ho visto, sinceramente una bellissima soddisfazione.
It was very satisfying. It was great to be in front of our home fans.
What made you want to come to Chelsea?
Perché hai voluto venire a Chelsea? Perché?
Perché? Perché è una bella sfida. Credo che per me, che ancora non so nemmeno l'inglese, e poi soprattutto non soltanto una sfida sociale, sino una sfida anche sportiva. E questo per me è molto importante.
It's very important for me because it's a great sporting chance for me and a great social chance with a great group of players.
You won the league in Italy, Serie A, with Seba Veron at Lazio.
Ha vinto il campionato in Italia Serie A con Seba Veron.
Sì, abbiamo giocato insieme non soltanto la Lazio, sino anche a Parma.
We played together not only at Lazio but also at Parma and the national side.
E aver avuto la possibilità di vincere in entrambe le squadre, quindi speriamo di fare altrettanto qui a Chelsea.
We had a lot of chance to win things with the teams that we were at, and we hope to do things we were at Chelsea together.
How many other players do you know at Chelsea?
Altri giocatori Chelsea che conosci?
Mario Stanic, anche lui era a Parma con me.
Mario Stanic, he was at Parma with me.
Ho giocato contro dei Sailly.
I played against the Sailly.
E poi gli altri si conoscono, però non ho avuto la possibilità di affrontarli.
I also know all the other players, but I've never played against them.
Was Mario Stanic as mad at Parma as he is here, especially with his haircuts?
Stanic era pazzo anche a Parma come che qua a Chelsea con i suoi capelli.
non lo so com'è qui a Chelsea, ma...
I don't know how he is here at Chelsea, but at Parma he was.
He's great. What can we achieve with these players we have this season?
Cosa possiamo fare con questi giocatori che abbiamo questa stagione al Chelsea? Cosa possono fare?
Io sono venuto qui per vincere.
I come here to win things,
non per partecipare.
not just to participate.
Quindi ce la metteremo tutte come per farlo.
We'll try everything our best to do what we can to win things.
And for people who haven't seen you play, do you see yourself as a first forward or a second forward?
Per persone che non ti hanno visto giocare, tu sei primo attaccante o secondo attaccante?
Un primo attaccante.
First forward.
Però se c'è la possibilità o l'occasione non ho problemi di fare un secondo.
But if there is a chance or the problem, I've got no problem to be the second striker.
And finally, have you a message for the Chelsea fans?
So I'm very happy to be Chelsea. No? No.
Very good, very good. Well done. So it's on to the Champions League group phase. A few months ago, Chelsea needed this so desperately because we needed the dosh, because we did have debt problems. Now we need it desperately for the football. There were 23,500 people here tonight. That's not a bad gate when you start 2-0 up at home and know that you're pretty sure to go through. But now Stamford Bridge will be rocking to full houses as the big names of Europe come visiting. Tonight was just the bait. Next time, don't miss it, whatever you do. Good night.
Just only visit to the arena